Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the week of October 4th. It always takes me a minute, right, to remember what week we're on in the first place. But Libra, we're going to jump right in here, and we're going to see what is coming up for you at this time. It's funny because you have this time for a nap card here, Libra. And what's funny about that is that literally just like 2 seconds ago, I just like took a nap right here. So, sometimes if you don't know, sometimes when I'm reading, like if I feel resistance or if I feel like I don't want to read or something like that, sometimes I just shut my eyes for a little bit of time. Not really a nap, just like kind of just chilling out. And usually that kind of perks me back up, which it did in this reading. So I feel like that's important for you here with this time for the nap card. For some of you, it's like you could literally be taking a nap, or maybe you need time to kind of rest, relax, recover. But I think one of the most important things about taking a nap is that, when we're asleep, we experience no resistance, as Esther Hicks says. When we're asleep, it's like the only time where we're not maybe thinking about the outside world and all this other stuff. So there's like no resistance when we take a nap, when we fall asleep. So it's a great place to be to kind of like, raise your vibration is in your sleep. So I feel like for some of you, maybe you just need a break. I'm kind of reading this row here as maybe you need a literal break from something, right? You have the Hierophant, the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. I'm seeing this as like hyper focused on like one thing, right? And again, I always get someone who's I don't care, by the way, but I always get someone who's pissed off in the comments about like the things that I say, which like I said, I don't care. But I always say to people, it's like if you're too focused on like COVID, for example, and you're constantly thinking about it and constantly worrying about it, maybe it's time to take a break from the news, right? And I always get someone who's like, we have to care about these things. Those people, like, trust me, you don't want to be like those people in the first place that are constantly worried, that are constantly anxious. Not a good energy not a good place to be in general. I get this need to kind of like remove yourself from a situation. And what I mean by that is, again, something that you're thinking about here, Libra. It could be the news. It could be a person who affects you just in general. I always tell the story, right? A few years ago, astrology was like really messing with my brain. Like I would like read something in the astrology and it would piss me off for like 2 months. Or, I'd read something in my own astrology and be like, oh, well, I'm screwed. I'm basically screwed because of this astrology. And I allowed it to control my life. I get that feeling for you here, Libra, where if there's something that is controlling your life, whether it's astrology, tarot, a person, whatever, maybe you just need a little bit of a break. And I'm not getting any of the traditional card meanings here. I'm just getting that, like, maybe you just need a little bit of a break from something. Maybe you just need to remove something kind of from your energy field just for a little bit of time. Again, you're not doing this forever necessarily, but it's like maybe you just have like an aunt who's just too negative and you just need a break for like a week, Whatever it is, I would do it because, again, I feel like you're just going to feel like I feel after I just took that nap. I feel like refreshed. I feel better. I feel like I'm ready to go. And I did not feel like this when I got here, right, in my office. You're the first reading I'm doing today. So I feel a million times better. And again, I don't think this is a mistake that this happened to me today because, again, I feel like for you, it's like literally your message. I feel like just taking a nap, taking a break from something is going to make all the difference. Could be marriage coming in for you, by the way. You have the Hierophant, the Four Wands, and the Hangman here. So some of you, maybe you've been waiting for marriage, but there could be like a celebration or marriage coming in for you. Let's dig into this. Here, Libra, with the Hierophant, you have the Two of Swords. Ten of Swords want to pop out there. I don't really take pop-outs, but like I said, Two of Swords, needing to find the middle ground here as well. I would be careful of like me against them thinking here, Libra, as well with this energy I'm kind of getting. I do feel, I've talked about this a million times. I do feel like we're stepping into this energy where we need to like kind of think more collaboratively. Is that a word? Probably not. We need to think more like, how can I work with this person, or what is this person trying to teach me? Especially people we don't agree with. This is Neptune and Pisces. We need to look at like, people we don't agree with, like what do they have to teach me? How can I work together with them? If you notice in the news, it's like us versus them. That's like everything that the news and the media is doing and the government. as well. It's what they want. But if we work together, no matter what, then we'll find success. So, that's what I feel here for some of you. And again, this goes for relationships as well. I mean, I watch, a lot of relationship stuff on YouTube because mostly because I'm interested, because I get a lot of questions about relationships. And it's funny because I watch a lot of stuff, and it's like a lot of the things I watch, like all the relationship advice out there and all this other stuff, it's like me against them. It's like we shouldn't be entering into a relationship against another person, right? We should be entering into the space collaboratively. And I mean, it's like hard. Maybe it's hard to find another person who's like that, but it's like we have to start somewhere. So it's like you have to start by being the person that does that. Then we'll attract more of it, right? It's like anytime I say this, I always get comments too from people who are always like, yeah, but everybody's a cheater. Everybody does this. I'm like, you're coming at it from the wrong angle. It's like you're already starting off in that place. It's like, so just why not you start doing it and be like, I'm going to enter this saying, what does this person have to teach me? What can I teach them? How can we create this thing? It's like if you do that, you're gonna start a better relationship. Seven of Wands, you have the King of Cups here. Definitely a very, again, Seven of Wands drawing a line in the sand. And like I said, there's really no reason to go on and on and on about this first row, because I feel like it's just saying that you are protecting your emotions from something like astrology, your aunt, a friend that bothers you, the news, TV show. Again, I can think back, there have been like TV shows that have like upset me for whatever reason. And it's like I've had to stop watching them because it's like if I don't, then it affects my vibe, right? And I really feel this first row, for whatever reason, it's saying it's going to be very important that you do that this week, Libra. And with the Seven of Pentacles, you have the King of Pentacles here. Looking for like better permanent solutions is what I would say to you. King of Pentacles is kind of like the card of convention. It's the card of the way things have always been done. But for you, I see it as like you looking for long-term solutions. I know I'm speaking very generally here, Libra, but this is a very general thing that I feel like you're doing. I feel like you're not just like looking for a solution to your money problems or your relationship problems. You're not looking for these short-term solutions here. King of Pentacles would say to me that you're looking for things that are longer term, right? So here you go. You have the opportunity card here. For sure. So I feel like there are a lot of opportunities coming in for you. What's the problem, Libra? Five Wands right here. When we enter into a space, when we tell the universe like, hey, I'm going to be more co-collaborative. I'm going to, make sure that I'm coming into relationships open-minded and looking for lessons or, how this person can help me because, even if someone does something bad to me, it's probably a lesson I need to learn. When we start looking for things like that, guess what? That's exactly what we get. The universe is like, okay, challenge accepted. So usually the universe might send us like a person who's a bozo or something like that. It's like the universe is like saying, are you like serious about passing this test, or are you serious about becoming more co-collaborative or not? And it's like if we pass, so that's why, whenever we get an opportunity like this, boom, Five of Wands or, some other challenging card, because it's like the universe is saying, do you seriously want to learn? And it's like if you pass the test, then you will, look, Four of Wands, marriage. I mean, this reading is pretty cut and dry. I feel like it's very matter of fact as well. But it's kind of like saying, if you enter into this place, maybe the first person you attract ghosts you. Maybe the first person you attract does whatever, X, Y, and Z. I feel like if you want to pass the test, lickety-split, maybe you just look at yourself, right? Say, oh, this person ghosted me. Maybe it's because of whatever. Come up with an answer. It doesn't really matter. But then just, bless them, send them blessings, and send them on their way, right? And that's what I would do here with that Five of Wands. With the Four Wands here, it's like once you pass that test, it's like you're going to be living in a new world. It's like on the other side of this Four of Wands, these people are celebrating. So I feel like there are major celebrations coming in for you, but definitely a rite of passage. Six of Swords is like a lesson or learning a lesson or going through, kind of like some sort of test. So it wouldn't really surprise me if some of you were kind of like experiencing or do experience some of this more like test energy coming up here. So let's clarify this. Like I said, pretty straightforward reading. It's pretty crazy. Let's see. With the Five of Wands here, you have the Sun. You will be very happy if you pass this test. This doesn't have to be love, by the way, Libra. It could be like work, for example. It's like you could be saying, you know what, my boss is a jerk, but I'm just going to go in looking for reasons to be happy. What's the first thing that's going to happen? You're going to walk in the door and your boss is going to be like, hey, stupid, or something like that, right? The boss is going to piss you off right away. But it is your job to just like, bop them on the head with your invisible fairy wand and say, you know what, God bless you, or bless you, or whatever. This is a test. Once you realize it and call it out, and what you can say is, you can say, yes, dummy, or you can say, yes, how can I help you today? Or you can say, hey, don't talk to me like that. How can I help you? Something along those lines. So again, definitely being tested this week. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like, I feel confrontational. I feel confrontational right now, Libra, if you can't tell by my energy. And you could be feeling this energy, right? On a very deep level, you could be feeling this very confrontational energy. But I feel like if you can just, fairy bop them on the head with your invisible love wand or something like that, it's just going to make your life so much better. And on top of that, I feel like you're going to be passing some kind of like major tests from the universe, and it's just gonna like open you up. You're entering into a new world. It's almost like you're becoming more evolved here. I don't want to skip too far ahead, but you have this frog spirit, and frogs, they go from water to land, right? They go from a tadpole to a frog, water to land, right? And a frog can live in water or land, basically. So I feel for a lot of you, and this reading is like pretty deep. I feel like it's saying you're almost becoming multidimensional, but it's going to be through, just kind of killing people with kindness, as they say, right? Or blessing people as they try to mess up your day. But it's like by doing that, you're evolving. With the Four of Wands, you have the Three of Swords here. For those of you looking for love, I definitely feel like it's been a rocky road. I feel like I said this to you recently. The same words pop into my head as well, Libra, rocky road, something like that. So I feel like it's been kind of quite the adventure as far as love is concerned. But I feel like you're making changes that are going to be beneficial in love. Yeah, with the Six of Swords, you have the Star. I freaking love when I get the Sun and the Star in a reading. It might have been you in your fourth quarter readings that had the Sun and the Star. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But for a lot of you, I feel that the Sun and the Star can represent fame and fortune. So if you are doing something that could lead to you becoming famous, this literally could be you becoming famous. But again, not all of us are going to become famous, of course. This could just be you getting a ton of positive attention at work. It could be you getting a lot of positive attention in love, in business, in spirituality. Wherever you're looking for positive attention, that could be this right here. There's a lot of hope after some sort of transition as well. Look at this. I didn't even notice this. On the Time for the Nap card, it's like the moon is facing this direction, right, towards the past. I guess you would call this a waxing moon, whatever, right? And here, and with the opportunity, you have the waning moon going the other direction, right? And it's like, I would say that this is like full moon, new moon type of vibes here. So for some of you, you could notice a transition or a transformation after the full moon, or you could just be in this napping period where you're kind of, again, releasing resistance, and then boom, there's going to be a change. It's definitely standing out to me here in this reading. Next, you have the Frog Spirit. This card says clearing out the clutter. I'm a big fan of clearing out the clutter. I hate cleaning, trust me, as much as the next person. But I definitely notice, even here, like I have a lot of books on this table that you can't see over here, and it's driving me nuts, right? So it's like that, it's time for that to be cleaned up because it's like affecting me. It's bothering me that I can see it, right? So I feel for a lot of you, it's like cleaning up, you always feel better. I also say, like, sometimes, moving your room around or rearranging your bed or something like that is always a good idea with a card like this, because, again, you never know. Call me crazy, but I used to live in an apartment down the road from my office, and, for a while, I had my bed in, like, one part of my room, and I just, like, wasn't sleeping well. I moved it and, like, totally changed everything. I was sleeping like a baby. So you never know. Cleaning things up, rearranging could be a good idea for you. You have the Three of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Hangman here. Definitely a celebration coming in for you here with the Three of Cups. I almost feel like this is a gift from the universe that you're receiving, because the Six of Cups is a gift from the universe. It can be a gift from the universe. It can just represent like a turnaround. I always say, to me, the Six of Cups it's a pretty simple gift. The gift we receive is like removal of obstacles. If we've been bumping up against certain obstacles in our life, then it can represent the removal of those obstacles. And I kind of feel that for you here. For others, I do feel like there's some sort of enlightenment. Again, I feel like if you're being enlightened at this time, we have the sun here as well, which is like another card of enlightenment. I feel like you're being enlightened to just like, like I said, blessing people and moving on, or, killing people with kindness, whatever you want to call it here with the Hangman. With the Three of Cups, you have the Ace of Cups and the Four of Wands. Definitely could be a very solid love offer coming in for you. This could be a Leo that's coming in for you as well. You have a Leo here. Could be any sign. This is just a general reading, but Leo stands out to me. Water and Earth also stand out to me, so could be any sign that's coming in for you, but I feel like there's like a very solid love offer coming in for you. With the Six of Cups, you have the Moon here, so I would definitely let go of anything from the past. I do feel like some of this, conflict energy that I was getting over here could be Mercury retrograde. You could be experiencing a lot of this deep stuff coming up during this retrograde from the past, but it could be, feelings with the Moon. It could be your emotions as well, where maybe there's some emotions from the past that are really coming up. I feel like the best thing you could do is like anything. Three of Swords, forgiveness, forgiving situations from the past. It doesn't necessarily, as I always say with the Three of Swords, when you forgive with the Three of Swords, you're really just removing the swords from your own heart. You're not necessarily I think people have a hard time with forgiveness because they feel like it means the other person isn't going to, get their karma or whatever. I'm like, no, by holding on to that, you're just hurting yourself. You're not hurting them, is what I would say. I always like to remind people as well. It's like, let's say that someone cheated on you in the past over here, Ten of Swords, Two of Swords, kind of weird energy, or you're experiencing a divorce. It's like the type of person who cheats, they don't, it's like they don't like learn lessons, right? It's like there's nothing you can do to get that person to necessarily get their karma. Even if they did get their karma, they're probably too dumb to even understand it, right? So I always tell people, it's like, it's like wishing that you're just hurting yourself more, because that the type of person that cheats, the type of person that does negative things, it's like they're just a negative person. They already are being punished just by existing in the energy that they exist in. That's punishment enough. So, what I say here is like we have to move on so that we can, just move past the energy. With the Hangman, you have the Ten of Wands here. I definitely feel this is a releasing reading for sure. Like I said, I'm not gonna lie. This is like some heavy stuff in here, Libra. Probably because the Mercury's retrograding in your sign, right? So that could be why it's so heavy. I don't necessarily consider that to be a heavy energy, Mercury retrograding in your own sign. But, at this time, you could be releasing some heavy burden, some things that have been kind of like weighing on your mind for a very long period of time. As heavy as this sounds, and again, I'm not going to lie, it is like a heavy energy. I feel like this is extremely transformative. It's like you're entering, this reading to me, Four of Wands twice. These Four of Wands is a portal card. There's a portal right here between the two sets of wands right there. And it's like you're stepping through a portal, and by freeing up this energy. Four Wands is a card of freedom. It is a card of celebrations and happiness. So it's like by freeing up the energy, you're just like setting your own self free. Pretty good stuff here, Libra. I definitely, I like this quite a bit. Let's clarify this, and let's see. Actually, I'm pulling 3 yes or no question cards now, Libra. So feel free to pause this reading if you need time to think of your questions, but we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. If you don't have questions, that's fine too, because we're just going to put it all together at the end. For question number 1, King of Cups. Yes, definitely is what I would say to you. Again, I almost feel 2 ways about this. I kind of feel the King of Cups is the energy that you're embracing, learning how to set boundaries with your emotions, learning to stay in a positive place, all that other stuff. I do feel like this could be love coming in for you as well. And it's probably a person that is very, emotionally evolved. Let's put it that way. For question number 2, I would say yes, 2 Wands. I like the 2 Wands, but to me, the 2 Wands definitely says yes if you take the lead. So whatever you're asking about, I feel like you would have to be the one to step up, take the lead, and get things moving forward in whatever it is that you're doing. But I would say yes. And for question number 2, yes, Ace of Cups. Definitely a love offer coming in for you here, Libra. I'm not going to lie to you here. Like I said, I do feel a love offer here, but again, I can't get away from this feeling intuitively right here, where it's like maybe you're having to meet a bozo in between, right? So it's like, again, I feel like you need to agree with yourself that you're going to, if you're looking for love, very simple advice going on here. I would just say that agree with yourself that you're going to step into everything co-creatively and not in competition, not looking to butt heads, right? And if you can do that, then maybe the next person is going to be a bozo. Maybe they're going to be a jerk or whatever. But I feel like if you can just like move on from it very quickly and just say, you know what, this person, they're low vibrational or whatever, or really, we shouldn't even be judging them, right? We should just be saying, you know what, it is what it is. They are who they are, and there's nothing I can do about it, but it's a reflection on them, not a reflection on me. Bless them, right? Hopefully they can find someone in the future who makes them not be like that or whatever. If we can just do that and just kind of like just breeze through it, then boom, it's like there's clearly a very solid love offer coming in for you here. But I feel like that's what you should do. Pretty simple reading. I feel like it's a reading where you should just be blessing people for the week, or just, kind of going at things with a very positive mental attitude, but really good. So I like it. I like where this is going. So thank you for being here, Libra. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.